Ito po yung itsura ng Tecno Pova way back in 2020. Now, after 4 years, in 2024, ito na po yung itsura niya. Sobrang laki ng pagbabago, and for me, it's a huge improvement pagdating sa aesthetics. Naging mas mukhang for gamers talaga siya. So this is gonna be my review of the Tecno Pova 6 Pro, and ito po yung pinadala ni Tecno sa akin. Nakita nyo to sa Facebook ko. But if you wanna find out kung ano yung laman ng box na to mismo, check out my Facebook page or my TikTok. Nandun po yung unboxing natin ng contents nito. But in this video, sasabihin ko sa inyo yung mga nagustuhan ko at yung mga hindi ko naman gaanong nagustuhan tungkol sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro. Okay, so start agad tayo sa mga nagustuhan ko. So first off, the battery. So this one has 6,000 mAh of battery capacity, but the surprising thing here is that at the entry level, meron na tayong 70 watts of fast charging. So ito po yung first time na nakakita ako na ganito kabilis na charging sa isang entry-level na device. And that is super commendable. Maganda ito para sa mga gamers kung nagmamadali yung makabalik sa laro nyo after just a quick break, or para sa mga kailangan talaga na mabilis ma-recharge yung battery nila. Meron din itong 10 watts of reverse charging. So kung kailangan yung i-recharge, say for example, yung earphones nyo, pwede nyong gamitin itong Tecno Pova 6 Pro for that. And they implemented a few features dito sa battery nila. Say for example, in extreme temperature conditions like negative 20 degrees Celsius or 60 degrees Celsius na temperature, hindi pa rin ito susuko. And then meron din tayong ladder charging feature dito kung saan pwede tayong mamili sa tatlong modes. So merong smart charging kung saan babalansehin ng phone, yung fast charging, and then yung tamang temperature lang para hindi gaanong uminit yung device. And then meron tayong hyper mode. Ito yung fastest na charging speed na pwede nating ma-achieve with the Tecno Pova 6 Pro. I think nasa 48 minutes yung fastest charging speed na target nito para ma-fully charge. And then meron din tayong low temperature mode. Dito naman pina-prioritize ng device yung slow charging pero optimal yung thermals natin. Hindi gaanong iinit yung battery natin, therefore prolonging the battery life. And then nasa usapang charging lang din naman tayo. Pag-usapan natin, another feature that I really liked is that meron itong bypass charging. Something that we only find usually sa mga higher-end na gaming devices. But thankfully, nilalagyan ni Tecno yung mga latest releases nila na devices ng feature na to. So, ang ginagawa ng bypass charging is that it allows us to play the games na naka-plug in yung device natin sa charger without having to worry na masisira yung battery natin kasi nga, binabypass niya yung battery charging. Hindi po nagcha-charge yung battery natin, diretso po sa wall outlet yung power draw. But of course, hindi lang naman po yung battery na gusto ko dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro, but also yung display niya. So this one has an AMOLED display na 120Hz refresh rate. Sobrang solid na display nito for something that is priced at around 10,000 to 12,000 pesos. Na-enjoy ko lang todo yung panonood ng videos dito kasi black is truly black, infinite yung contrast, and then yung vibrance ng colors, they truly pop out compared to an LCD panel. And I really appreciate na ginagawa na talaga ni Tecno na palaging widevine level 1 yung mga devices nila. So that means makakapanood tayo ng Netflix in full HD. So I'm really happy guys na mas maraming budget-oriented na consumers ang makaka-experience ng AMOLED sa wakas pag bumili kayo ng Tecno Pova 6 Pro. At isa pang nagustuhan ko na partner dito sa display natin are its speakers. So meron na tong dual speakers na sinasabi ni Tecno certified by Dolby. So maganda dapat yung tunog niya, and true enough, maganda naman po yung tunog niya. Hindi lang kasing lakas ng ini-expect natin, but it's still good enough. Hindi po basag yung tunog. If I were to rate it from low tier, mid tier, to higher tier na speakers, I would say nasa mid tier yung speakers nito. And while it won't do it justice, here's a quick sample.
I know it's bad, but I can't resist. When I look in your eyes, I don't know what is real. All I know is that I could go anywhere, anywhere, as long as you're with me. Oh, I'm drunk and I know it, but I got you.
Susunod sa mga nagustuhan ko is yung design nito. So while it might be true na beauty is in the eye of the beholder, para sa akin, maganda talaga yung design nito. Especially considering na meron itong 6,000 mAh na battery capacity, but very slim pa rin yung design na nakuha natin. And very pleasing to my eyes yung very cyberpunk design nito plus the mini LED lights na nandito sa back panel niya. Medyo pang bagets of course yung feature nito, but also this might resonate well with the gamer in you. So kung mahilig ka sa ganitong design language, sa aesthetics na ganito, I'm sure magugustuhan nyo yung Tecno Pova 6 Pro na design overall. Speaking of the design, meron pa nitong headphone jack and a triple card slot. So pwedeng-pwede nyo pa rin itong lagyan na micro SD card slot kung sakaling kulangin kayo sa storage. And speaking of storage, meron itong 256 gigabytes of storage and 12 gigabytes of RAM. Guys, that is intense for an entry-level device. I think this is the first time na ganito kamura na device na nakita ko na merong 12 gigabytes of RAM. Usually kasi at this price point, nasa 6 to 8 gigabytes lang yung pinoprovide ng mga brands. And that is a big enough physical RAM na hindi na nga kailangan dapat ibida ni Tecno yung virtual RAM or memory fusion na kasama dito, but they still have it here. So pwede pang madagdagan to with 10 gigabytes of virtual RAM, effectively pushing your RAM to 24 gigabytes. Pero para sa akin guys, sapat na yung 12 gigabytes of RAM na kasama dito out of the box. Isa pa palang pahabol sa mga nagustuhan ko dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro is that meron na siyang infrared blaster. Yes, tama yung narinig nyo, may IR blaster po tayo para sa device na to. So that means pwede nyo siyang gamitin as your remote control para sa mga devices that uses infrared tulad na lang ng TV, ng mga aircon nyo, kung kailangan nyo ng IR blaster, then this is very useful. And finally, medyo nagkaroon ako ng internal conflict sa sarili ko, no? Kasi pinagdedebatihan ko sa isip ko kung saan ko ilalagay ito, nagustuhan ko ba or hindi ko gaano nagustuhan. But I guess mas mananaig dun sa part na medyo nagustuhan ko naman, yung camera nito. So while this is supposedly targeted as a gaming device, surprisingly decent naman yung cameras na nilagay ni Tecno dito. You can get decent quality photos, just make sure na merong sapat na ilaw or lighting. The images won't be super sharp, pero pwede na for social media posting. Pagdating sa colors, I think meron silang konting tinweak dito from their previous releases kasi medyo iba yung color science, and I think they're doing a little bit better pagdating sa color science dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro, and I hope they keep on improving. Pero medyo nakukulangan pa rin ako pagdating sa vibrance and overall na color toning na ginamit nila dito. Sa video naman dito, nag-decide talaga ako na ilagay ko sa mga bagay na nagustuhan ko dahil although walang stabilization, pwede naman po nating may stabilize to with a gimbal, but also meron na kasi itong 2K video recording at 30 FPS. That is something na hindi natin nakukuha with other devices at this price range. Usually kasi binibigyan lang tayo ng 1080p 30 FPS or at best 60 FPS na 1080p. Sa selfie camera naman dito natin ilalagay at the crossroads. So pupunta tayo sa mga bagay na hindi ko gaano nagustuhan, and that is with the selfie camera quality. So hindi po ganun kaganda yung picture na makukuha natin with the selfie cam. Medyo dull yung kulay, hindi rin ganun ka-sharp yung image. Actually, parang ang nasa softer side talaga overall yung image ng mga selfie camera shots na nakuha ko. The selfie video naman can go up to 2K resolution at 30 FPS na pwede na, but again, it's not to my liking. So, more improvement pa sana, and pati na rin sa microphone na kasali dito. So, here's a quick sample for your reference. So solid, meron tayong 2K resolution dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro, 30 FPS. Way better than the 1080p resolution sa ibang mga selfie cameras ng budget phones and even mid-ranger phones, naka 1080p pa. So dito, 2K resolution na maasahan natin pagdating sa mga brands like Tecno. So that is really good. Medyo shaky lang siya, of course. So you have to be steady pag nagre-record kayo ng video para mas okay gamitin yung footage. Now guys, you might be wondering na nasa bagay na tayo na mga hindi ko gaanong nagustuhan, but yet, I haven't brought up the performance yet. So let's talk about the performance muna, and sasabihin ko sa inyo kung bakit hindi ko gaanong nagustuhan overall. Okay? So ang chipset na ginamit nila dito is the MediaTek Dimensity 6080. Now, that's not a bad thing, all things considered, kasi meron na tayong 5G capability with this chipset compared to the MediaTek Helio G99. But also, this is more of a 5G version ng G99. So what does that mean? Well, pagdating sa performance, you can expect the same performance ng G99. So ibig sabihin po nun, low to medium graphical settings ang makukuha natin with the games that we usually play. So kung gusto nyong laruin yung mga higher-end AAA games, then you will be adjusting your graphical settings para lang malaro nyo ng smoothly. But before that, actually modest naman yung performance ng chipset na to. At 400,000 Antutu benchmark points, pwedeng-pwede for casual use and casual gaming. And makikita nyo dito sa 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme Test na nasa lower end din talaga yung performance niya pagdating sa graphics. Kaya nandito tayo sa mga bagay na hindi ko nagustuhan pagdating sa performance kasi gusto kong i-temper yung expectations nyo. Baka lang kasi dahil minamarket to as a gaming phone, mag-expect kayo ng sobrang taas. So I am gonna be bringing you down a few levels para lang sakto yung i-expect nyo dito sa device na to. Kasi to be honest guys, kung fully performance lang ang habol nyo, then the Tecno Camon 20S Pro might be the better choice for you. Mas malakas po yung chipset nun, di hamak, and mas malalaro nyo yung games nyo with higher graphical settings. So again, tinetemper ko lang yung expectations nyo para hindi kayo mag-expect ng todo pagdating sa gaming dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro. Pero kung klaro na yan sa inyo, well, nagustuhan ko rin naman yung overall performance pagdating sa casual games. So simulan natin with Farlight 84. So ang pinaka-tinest ko talaga dito since they have a partnership with Farlight 84 is of course this game. And actually sinubukan ko at first na isagad lahat ng graphical settings with Farlight 84. And I'm gonna be transparent with you guys, hindi ko po nagustuhan yung experience na naka-full graphical settings. So what I did was to reset the graphical settings sa default talaga. Plus, sinet ko na lang yung FPS sa extreme. And with those settings, very smooth yung na-experience ko with Farlight 84. And pagdating sa thermals, umaabot lang at 42 degrees Celsius ang maximum na temperature with Farlight 84. Honestly, enjoyable yung overall experience with Farlight 84 na naka-extreme yung FPS plus naka-default yung graphical settings. So, natulad na sinabi ko for other games like Genshin Impact and other heavier games, kailangan nyo talagang i-adjust yung graphical settings to the minimum, to the lowest para ma-enjoy nyo yung laro. But for lighter games like Mobile Legends and Call of Duty Mobile, wala pong problema doon. Asahan nyo na nasa around 50 to 60 FPS ang makukuha natin na frames for those games. And panghuli, siguro isa sa mga dahilan din kung bakit nailagay ko sa mga hindi ko gaanong nagustuhan yung chipset nito is yung presyo niya. So, at SRP, I think nasa 11,999 pesos itong Tecno Pova 6 Pro. That's a little bit higher than the Tecno Pova 5 Pro from last year. And while maganda yung promo price nito at 10,499 pesos that you can get sa TikTok shop nila, and maybe pag naka-sale itong Tecno Pova 6 Pro, again at SRP medyo marami tayong competition. But most of those phones, however, are China-ROM phones. So hindi nyo po sila mabibili locally and wala silang local warranty. So at least with the Tecno Pova 6 Pro, meron tayong local warranty and pwede nyong ipagawa dito sa Pilipinas. But then again, kung ang hanap nyo talaga is a powerhouse phone, then baka makulangan lang kayo dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro. So with that said guys, would I still recommend the Tecno Pova 6 Pro? And I would say yes, lalo na kung may budget na kayo ngayon at kung ang hanap nyo talaga is a phone na may malaking battery capacity, fast charging speed, meron ng AMOLED, a decent camera, and also a decent performing device. Kasi yan yung mga aasahan nyo dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro. But of course, kung gusto nyo pang lalong makatipid, abangan nyo po palagi yung mga promo prices na ino-offer ni Tecno for the Pova 6 Pro. Lalo ngayon na meron silang until March 14 na 9,999 pesos na offer for this phone. Link in the description box. And also, abangan nyo yung mga sale kasi dyan po talaga kayo makakatipid lalo para sa value ng pera nyo. Two other things na hindi ko nabanggit kanina na nagustuhan ko rin. Number 1, meron pa rin tong kasamang earphones. And then number 2, meron itong mala dynamic island na feature. So if you're into that, then maganda po yun kasi sinali nila dito sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro. And then meron din itong IP53 water and dust resistance. And finally, hardware-based po yung gyroscope sensor nito. So wala pong delay kung sakaling gyroscope gamer kayo. So yun lang naman po yung mga gusto ko ibahagi tungkol sa Tecno Pova 6 Pro. Hopefully nakatulong tong video na to para makapag-decide kayo kung kukuha ba kayo or hindi. And kung gusto mo pang manood ng mga videos ko tungkol sa mga phones, may mga ililink po ako dyan. Panigurado, magugustuhan nyo yung mga yan. So hanggang sa susunod, ako nga pala ulit si Janus ng Pinoy Techdad. Kita-kita ulit tayo.
I just wanna be